to the CFG GameCast, episode number 103, a weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers alike to discuss the latest gaming topics from the previous week. We stream a new episode on Saturdays and release it on podcast services like Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Podbean, what have you, on Mondays. So show us some love. Give us a follow, a like, a comment on any of the podcast services out there, or go to our main website, confreaksandgeeks.com, to not miss an episode. I am Mr. CFG Games himself, and with me today, I only have one of the two of my friends here with me today. I got Big Papa of the itty bitty Smitty committee. I got Smitty in the third seat. What's up, my dude?
Chilling, my friend. Finally, we're getting some sleep. I was able to take a little bit of paternity this week, so that was nice. Made it through an ending of 12 minutes last night. We've had a lot of fun playing it the last couple nights. Was not expecting that game to drop. Completely had forgotten about it, and all of a sudden they were like, it's on Game Pass. And I was like, yes. So I jumped in. That was a ton of fun. That game is really, really good. I really enjoyed it. Other than that, though, I got my season title for Destiny 2, so it was like, you know, we've got the reveal coming next week on the 24th, as far as, I believe, some more of season 15 stuff, and then some news, hopefully on, I believe, is it Brood Queen? I want to say, whatever, the Sabathun. But yeah, so exciting news and that stuff. All baby's healthy. The girls are all healthy and doing well. I am here. I've been able to get some rest, so it's been nice. What about yourself, brother?
That's good, dude. Well, first off, I will have to say, like, man, there's a lot of stuff you actually accomplished in that week. You actually finished Destiny 2's expansion season. The season for Destiny 2 this week, probably with I'm assuming with like Zuzu and them, right?
Well, it's been a combination. We've done activities, and he's helped me get like exotic quests and weapons and things like that. But the grind is a grind. So we've played together and done things and stuff like that. But like, it's a season-long grind to where I just got it here with like 2 weeks to go before the season. So I was able to accomplish all the things in that and then get the title from the season. So that's my second title. I got Warden. Warden was my first one, so it felt good to be able to knock that out and get run through that, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well, that's tight. Well, congratulations on that. I know it's like you've been wanting to do that for a while now.
Witch Queen, not Brood Queen. I don't know why I said Brood Queen. I have aliens on the mind. Witch Queen, Brood Queen.
At first I was thinking, like, when you said Brood Queen, I was thinking StarCraft. I was like, that can't be right.
He said that can't be right. This fool has no idea what he's talking about.
No one plays StarCraft anymore. It's like the last time a StarCraft 2 patch happened was, I knew it was something along those lines, but no.
Season of the Lost.
Zuzu knows how to translate Smitty talk. So I guess that's what it comes down to.
That's good.
Yeah.
What about yourself, man? What did you get into?
Man, like, as for me, I also played 12 minutes. Man, first off, guys, I will have to say, y'all need to play 12 minutes. This is a fun, like, indie game that I think that, like, it looks simple. The premise is simple, but it's very deceptive. It's very deceptive on what you can do in it. Like, I mean, and I think it's one of those kind of games when you, it's like a one and done kind of thing, unfortunately. But that's perfectly fine. But that game is like so psychological and stuff for what you get out of it. And like you're saying, you just beat it, Smitty. But I haven't
one
given
ending
it the full,
though. That's only one ending. There's multiple different endings that you can get and stuff like that. I'm definitely going to be playing it again to try to get a separate ending.
Yeah, I mean the game is great. I mean, there's no way I could just say like it's definitely up there. So definitely try that out. this with you. And then also I did a little bit of Boyfriend Dungeon. I've been loving that game. That game is such a fun game. It's such a fun game. You know, it's funny every time I always say it. Every time it's like, why are you playing a game like that? It's like most people don't think of me playing games randomly like that, like with Boyfriend Dungeon. And then it's like, you know, that's fair. But but I love that. Like I mean, but like I try a lot of different games out, and so like this one, but like this one really. No, it's not like Dream Daddy. Dark Eliza. It's like a dungeon crawler, kind of like plays like Diablo. Well, no, that's not even fair to say. Let's say Neverwinter because or something like that. But yeah, so it plays like that. But the boyfriend dungeon part of it is that your weapons are people that you can date. You know. Like they're dudes and there's different kinds of people and things like that. And then like, you know, the more times you use it, then the more closer you get with those weapons and stuff. So yeah, but it's very good. It's very fun and it's very addicting. So I've been playing that as well as been playing a lot of Final Fantasy 14. I just finished doing Heaven's Ward yesterday. I need to do the patch updates and then I'm needing to do and then once I do that I'll be able to start going into the next patch expansion update, which is Stormblood next week. But I've been cruising through that. I'm actually caught up, so it's funny. My friends told me that they have friends that bought the game 3 months ago and they're still nowhere near where I'm at right now.
That's crazy. Right, that game is huge, right?
It is insanely huge.
Yeah,
it's gigantic, man. Like the main one. It's called The Realm Reborn. That's the main core of the story. It is a long, strenuous process of just going through that whole storyline, and then like once you do, it picks up, and that's what I decided to do. I was like, you know what? Let me just finish Realm Reborn as soon as possible. So I beat Realm Reborn in less than a week.
Wow.
And then they were like, oh wow, okay, cool. So what's the next step? It's like, Heaven's Ward. And so do Heaven's Ward. I was like, let's see if I can beat Heaven's Ward in the week. And I did. But now I still need to be and I did. so I'm just like I'm going pretty fast on this Gear 5 on this thing to catch up to some of my friends to do some end game stuff. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll definitely see. Zakar says, I miss playing StarCraft. I can't bring myself to touch their products now. Yep. Yeah, we had a whole thing about that last week and the week before that. At this point, we're like kicking a dead horse, so we're not going to get into that. But let's go through the normal rigmarole that we normally like to do each and every week. So, excuse me. Sorry. Wow, that kind of went out of nowhere. But each of us chooses a topic of discussion from the previous week. The topic would or could be something that came out something that was in the gaming industry itself or a specific video game itself. And we don't want to just talk about it amongst ourselves. We want you, the listeners and the viewers of Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook Live to be a part of the conversation. So if there's something that you hear, something that you have that you wanted to comment on, by all means, chime it up inside the live feed. We will love to talk about it with everyone that's currently listening. So let's get down to it. So, Smitty, well, why don't you start it off here? You know what's funny? I promised Lex that she was going to be the first.
I know. It's me again.
But it's you again, Smitty. But hey, we can't do anything about it. So let's go with it. All right, Smitty, what you got?
Yeah, so it was just recently announced that we had 343 Industries and Microsoft just announced that they are going to launch Halo Infinite without the co-op mode, along without the Forge mode, which I did have to go and look up exactly what that was because I was not familiar with that. But it is the Forge mode is kind of like a custom games mode. If you're not familiar, I think it was originally introduced in Halo 3. But the big thing to me that really stands out is the fact that this is going to now the delay on the co-op is going to be 3 months. They said it should be in by the 3rd season. And then as far as the Forge mode, they're estimating that won't be in the game until until like 6 months down the road is what they're saying.
Wow.
Yeah, this is this is hard. This is hard because especially for, and I think you made a good point earlier, Davis, that this game has to come out. I mean, Xbox has been out for almost a year now without their staple game. It's crazy to think that I don't know. I'm just so torn on this because at the same time, it's like, I know that we know that they've had a delay as far as with this stuff. They still officially have not given us a date. They said holiday of this year. And I think now at this point, we're seeing that they are pushing to holiday of this, or for it to come out this year, regardless. And I think that's where we see these two modes being dropped out. I think it's smart for them to at least say something now. You know what I mean? As far as with them getting into the phases of polishing the game up and getting ready for launch. Because I feel like if you come out with some garbage, some garbage issues, you're going to hurt yourself in the long run way more than I feel than being like, look, dude, we understand we messed up here. We've got to piecemeal this together. But man, I don't know. This is supposed to be a staple game, and they've had a ton of time to like. It seems to me like the focus has been on their multiplayer, with it being free to play and trying to capitalize on that model.
First off, I will say this though, because like with multiplayer, like if it was any game like that is known for multiplayer, because I mean Halo is known for multiplayer, that's very true, but Halo's also known for their story. It's a very important key of Halo's world is its story. So there's absolutely no reason for them to be like focusing on just multiplayer. This isn't like freaking Call of Duty or Battlefield, because it's not like Call of Duty or Battlefield. This is a AAA in-house Microsoft product that they've been working on well before Series X was announced. This is like, I mean, this isn't like a 2 or 3 year project. This thing's been working on since 5, or when was the last Halo? 5?
5,
yeah, Halo 5. So my biggest problem is this, and this co-op and whatever the armory mode might be two features that are like, may be a little bit like not as important per se. I personally think co-op is more important than what Armory is. I don't know what the Armory is, but
that's just custom games. Yeah, that can wait. Yeah, absolutely. That can wait.
But the history of Halo allowed you to do co-op in co-op mode throughout like the whole storyline. And so basically, you're telling your people who's putting their time in on trying to get this is like, hey, we're wanting to play the next chapter of the Halo story, but I want to play it with my friend. You're telling them to wait 3 months. You're essentially telling them to wait 3 months because there's no reason for you. You're basically giving them the only reason why you would want to get this game is the multiplayer, which the multiplayer is going to be free. If you're going to play the story mode, you're going to have to purchase it. So you're essentially telling your people that you're not, that it won't be ready. And then the people are wanting to play with their friends, which I know some people are specifically getting to plays for the story itself to hold it off. So this is the issue that I have had with Microsoft. Remember you were talking about how Microsoft wanted to have like, a bit like a release every 6 months and stuff.
Yeah.
I told you and I told you I will see it till I believe it, because like I do not trust them, because their time management when it comes to these projects is atrocious. They haven't shown anything when it comes to prove that it's even feasible for them to do something like that, because so like unless they're going to turn it around like in a ridiculous way, that is still that's just a dream, man. Like because they can't get their biggest flagship game to be fully ready and implemented all at the same time, and they're saying they're needing another 6 months. You might as well just say we're going to delay it again, as much as it hurts itself. because like, I mean, to be honest with you, because like I hate, and I bet you the most thing that most people would say too, that will hate when they make a game that is highly anticipated, is that it's not complete. This game cannot be like, the game is not complete, man. And then you're taking out a key feature that has been there since the first one. And you're telling me that it's like, oh, well, we need more time to do it. Okay. If you need more time to do it. Cause I'm always for, the developer to say, hey, finish the game before I buy it, because I think it'll be worse. It's worse off when people are like, oh, this game doesn't feel like it's done, or it feels like it's complete. So yeah, that's where I stand on this. What Zukara says too, says I can cut them some slack with this. They had to create an entirely new engine from scratch for this game, and as long as it's free for one, and two, not broken like Cyberpunk, then I'm all for it. I mean, yeah, but like, I just can't. I mean, I don't mind Forge. Like I said, Forge is not the big one. Is not the big issue for me. Forge, I can be like, okay, fine, 6 months to do custom gaming and stuff. No,
and he said it's for map editing and stuff like that, and to be able to share maps and modes and things. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. But co-op, man, no. I can't give him a pass on that. I mean, come on, dude. Like, there's at this point of time,
there is couch co-op though. There is couch co-op. It's just not online co-op, I believe. It's my understanding of that.
Is it? Okay. Well, still, I'm not a developer, and I don't know what they're going through, but there must be some sort of crazy issues for them to delay it the way it is. But I mean, still, I mean, that's couch co-op is, yeah, but who plays couch co-op in Halo?
And well, I mean, I'm sure that again, you got to think about who their audience is too. And I think you've got, with especially the price point of the Xbox Series, or whatever the hell it's called, the Xbox S or whatever. You know what I mean? You have a lot more younger people possibly too, in their ecosystem and whatnot now. So, well,
I mean, dude, like,
just a bunch of
Halo fans have been around forever. I mean, the new same kind of people. So the same people are going to buy Halo are the people that can afford, are like you and me, because we're the dudes are going to be going to be buying it. And secondly, this game is not going to be for kids technically, because most Halos are 17. Is mature.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
So it's not like it's not gonna be like a Fortnite person says, hey, let's go play some Halo. I mean, there may be, but those Fortnite people are like 11 or 12 years old unless their parents give it to them, So
right.
Like, no,
I don't know, man. I mean, especially when you have that free to play model, I think it's gonna. I feel like a lot of their focus has been on that, and I mean, again, even though it doesn't have the co-op mode per se, it does still have a full-fleshed campaign that can be, that you can go through and stuff like that. So, I mean, in my opinion, I don't know. This is a tough one. It's a tough one because at this point they're like, look, dude, we got to launch this game. Like, we can't, Somebody is back there saying, we are launching this son bitch this year, holiday season, like we said. So, that's got to be driving some of these choices.
You're totally right, because I think I think that they're personally pushed into a corner. Like, Xbox Game Pass is the thing that's been keeping them alive. Was the biggest thing. It's a big thing that's been keeping them, up on the float. But it's like, dude, the Series X came out November of last year, and there's no games that are out specifically for that system. Like, I mean, we know, absolutely no games that are specifically said this is meant specifically for the Series X, exclusive on the Series X. Nothing like that. Even, I mean, PlayStation is a record is still just as bad as Xbox, but at least they have two specific games, like Ratchet and Clank and Returnal, that can say like, oh, this game was built specifically for our system, and stuff. But Xbox doesn't even have anything like that. So I understand that they need, I feel like they definitely need to release something, and to say that they're going to have to wait 3 months and stuff to do it, I can easily see the frustration on them saying we're not going, like, we can't wait 3 more months on top of the release on a game that hasn't have an official release date for this year, still,
Right.
Still, so it's real, but it's a mess. That's what all this sounds like. It's a mess right now. It's cool. The one cool saving grace on this is the fact that multiplayer is going to be available. Know, but I mean, that's the only Halo I'm going to be playing, because I'm not going to put any money in on this yet.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Well, like I said, but the last Halo that I played was Halo 2. I haven't played any other ones. Yeah.
Have you thought about going and checking out the other ones at all? You have no connection to the story? Because, like, again, I'm just getting into it, like, and I don't really know what the story is as far as Halo, but I've heard great things, and obviously I love Destiny, and I know that they originally started out doing the Halos, so it's like I see so many, you know what I mean, like things. Obviously from Halo in Destiny that now I'm just like, holy crap. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen that before, or that, like, now I see where they got the inspiration for this or that. So I'm having fun with that, but I still haven't quite connected with the story or even the characters as of yet. Again, I'm still, I think, pretty early on in Halo 1. So I need to get back on that.
I mean, like, yeah, I mean, but then again, I'm not really a big first person shooter kind of dude,
right?
Anyway, in a way though, too. Like, I mean, first person shooter wise, I'm very picky. I mean, like, I played Outriders, and Outriders is not even first person shooter; it's really third person.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I try with Apex, and then the only reason why I'm trying with Apex is getting ready for Battlefield, because that's the only other one I'm going to be playing. Yeah, so that one's going to be the big one. But like, and usually it's weird, because you're right. I mean, usually I'm a story driven kind of dude, but for some reason Halo never really grasped. I never grasped with Halo's story ever towards that. So, like, I never owned my own Xbox, so I kind of went to a friend's house and I was playing. Yeah, so I played Halo when I was at a friend's spot, you know. So but I don't know, man. Like, it's like, but I will try the multiplayer. I mean, multiplayer, if multiplayer is going to be free, it's going to allow you to be, it's going to be cross play between the Series X and the PC. I didn't know if they said that yet.
I'm not sure. That is a good. Do you maybe possibly Zukara might know that, but yeah, I'm not really sure as far as if there's any crossplay for that stuff. I can't imagine that there wouldn't be, but I'm not sure. Full crossplay. There you go.
Okay, yeah. So like, yeah. So like, I mean, like, I think that was a cool thing for them to do, and I will. But it's definitely going to introduce, like, I mean, me to play the new people to kind of play that kind of fast-paced game, which I'm probably going to suck again with it, and y'all going to have to carry my butt.
You clearly haven't seen me in Apex.
Oh my god, dude! Apex gets so frustrating sometimes. It's like when you think you're shooting them and then you miss. You're missing all your shots, and then they're like, "Oh, 3 shots in, you're down." And it's like, "Are you kidding me?"
I don't understand it. Or like some people that just look like they just auto lock onto you. I'm like, how do you do that? Like, I start shooting at somebody, the bullets are going everywhere. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Barely even tagging anybody.
Yeah, there's a giant curve, man. I'm still there. I mean, just a little bit better now than when I was initially. I saw that you were playing the other day, and I was like, "Oh wow, this is kind of weird seeing him playing this." So
it's weird playing it. I'm terrible.
Don't worry,
I'll keep at it a little bit. Just it's not bad. I don't mind it. Again, if people can tolerate me, then I'm cool with it. I wouldn't say I'd just go jump in and play solo dolo, because that sure as hell ain't happening.
That's very true. All right. Well, yeah, but we'll see. Halo Infinite. Yeah, it's unfortunate news, but like, I think you're right. I think they're they're in between a rock and a hard place at this point for them. And well, I mean, it is what it is. We can't. I mean, it's not like so because we're upset about like the release or the delay. They're gonna be like, oh, you know what, Davis and Smitty is right. So let's just let's just delay it. You know,
I'm
so
like,
no.
oh,
So
I didn't know we had that much clout.
it's like, hey, did you see the CFG GameCast this last week? Who are they? They made some pretty good points. They said that we should just might as well just put the delay and then wait for the co-op to come out. And they're like, you know what? Stop the presses. He's right. They're right.
They're right. They're right.
That'd be the day. That'll be perfect. It's like, you know what? You know what Smitty was saying? He was saying a lot of crap about like if we had that kind of flex in the gaming industry, oh my god.
That would be crazy. That'd be crazy. I'm like, yes. We help develop games. We help to influence games and their productions.
Like, who do you want in Street Fighter 6? And I'm like, Sawada from Street Fighter the movie. That's what I want. That's
get it in. Get it in.
It's like get it in there. It's like get it done. And I want that to be free DLC. Everyone needs to know the amazing skills that Sawada brings to the Street Fighter cast. Yeah, we'll do all that. Oh my god, I'll be drunk with power. Drunk with power with that. All right, so mine's a nice subtle topic, and it's going to be about the Pokemon. The Pokemon did a special trailer thing for like a small feature of 2 upcoming Pokemon games, and the big one is Pokemon Arceus, and if you look at the top of the screen, like the screen itself, Arceus is like going to be an open world, kind of like more of an open world MMO RPG kind of style of Pokemon. So your guy, you as the trainer actually has a little bit better moves and more movement than what you normally do in most of the Pokemon games in its past. But at the same time, it's going to allow you to to interact with the world in Pokemon like that you've never done before, or so they say. Who knows? but like for some reason I don't know. So I saw the trailer of this, and I was like, I don't know if I'm hyped about this at all. You know, like well, which is one, they already gave a date on this. It's coming out January 22nd in 2020, January 2022. That's one. And two, the style of play itself is just like kind of weird. It doesn't look like it's a finished product. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like it's not. It just doesn't look like an MMO I would ever expect it to be, or open world as to expect it to be. And the real question, and then the question I kind of that they didn't answer is there interactive? Like what's how's the interactive activity going to be between other players? Because from the most part, the world looks very vast, looks very open and looks very flourished, but it's just like, I don't know, like it doesn't captivate me as much as what the original one did, like, or Sword and Shield did. And even Sword and Shield wasn't like all that in a bag of chips, So it wasn't like, I feel that the Pokemon themselves kind of is in this weird, like, holding pattern when it comes to tech, like its style and stuff. But it just doesn't, like, it just feels like something is missing in this in these genres, and I think something needs to change out of it, because it just feels like you're kind of doing the same thing over and over and over again. And it's been the past, like, what? How long has it been? 97 when we got the original one, so 30 years almost, or no, 20 something years, 25 years. Wow, 25 years of Pokemon. So yeah, but like, and I mean, it's cool that they're kind of going with this open world style, but at the same time, I feel like I don't know. We'll see where it's going to go. I'm not going to judge this quite yet. Sword and Shield was really my first one I truly played after, like, prior to that. The last time I played was blue and red, was red and blue. But and then there's also going to be a remake for the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. So it's going to be Brilliant Diamond and Brilliant Pearl that's coming out, and it's the same kind of feeling. It's like this is a remake of the original games, and they did upgrade the look of it a little bit, but it still feels like it still doesn't feel like a full remake. Maybe it's just me on the criticism side. I don't know. And I hate being that guy for it, but I really feel that it's kind of lazy. Because like, and when I mean lazy, here's the example I'm thinking. Remember Link's Awakening? Like Link's Awakening, what they did in Link's Awakening and what they did with the remake of Link's Awakening to make it look like that cutie style compared to what it once was. Like it was a night and day difference, but this doesn't feel like that at all. It's like they put like Pokemon has to be their number one seller. Like besides really besides the obvious ones, like it's up there. Like you think they get hand fistful of money and cash and stuff for their IPs of Pokemon, but it doesn't feel like they're actually, it doesn't feel like it's actually. I'm not feeling that kind of deal. It's kind of like like Madden every year gets about like $2 billion in revenue a year, but you're still playing the same game.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's how I feel like with this. Like I don't know if what you think. I don't know if you play Pokemon either, but like
I don't really have I don't really have any kind of. I'm indifferent. I've never played any Pokemon other than Pokemon Go, and that's about the extent of what I know. I have heard though, and I feel like too, they have come out with a ton of games. Like there's just a ton of games that they come out with, and I don't know if it's the same people or if it's different studios that work on these or what, but it seems like they're capitalizing on every possible genre almost that they could put these, into that world. So I don't know. I mean, you said it's an MMO RPG.
Well, Arceus is going to be I said it's going to be MMO like. I don't know if it is. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, knowing Nintendo, they're definitely not going to do a monthly. They better not do a monthly because their servers are atrocious. But the open. Let's say from what I'm gathering, let's say more like Witcher, open world style Witcher, that kind of thing. That would make more sense. So
it wouldn't be a multi, but you're not thinking okay. Not a multiplayer.
Not an MMO.
There's no way in hell they could do that. I was like, there would be no way in hell they could pull that off. Nah.
Yeah,
they couldn't. Their network couldn't handle. Again, Nintendo right now is not built for a lot of online multiplayer stuff. I think that they're going to look to go that direction as they see that's where that's where things are as far as the community and people. They enjoy playing that. So I think they'll start putting some, as we can see with the dock and having the built-in land port being an example of that. So we'll see. Well, yeah. But yeah, dude, this stuff, I don't know if people are excited about it. If I feel like there's only so much you can really do, right? With these characters and with the thing, I don't even know what the story is. I watched the movie. I enjoyed the movie. I thought that was a cool, for me, introduction to Pokemon and kind of what they're about and stuff like that. But I don't know what the long standing, what the lore is behind it and what that whole story is behind it. But I know people love it.
There's just different. I mean, there's different generations. It's like Digimon, man. They have different generations of each kind of series of different kind of characters. They don't all connect to each other, so they're all different regions and all different worlds and stuff. So so this region is its own complete story. They have the Sinnoh and all these different things. That's all it is. So you don't have to be I have to get the new Pokemon every year. It's just now at this point now it's kind of they're the old ones was just a basic rock paper scissors system. Fire's stronger than the elements are stronger than certain elements and stuff like that. Dark was I think was one of the most OP, or Psychic was one of the most OP back in the day. But now there's so many different kind of elements. That's how it normally goes. But I would say this though, because Zakaro says here, Game Freak has never been good with graphics, so not surprising here for me. And you know what? It's not even a matter of they're not surprising. The graphics itself has been bad, but I just really wish that they put more different kind of style. Like, I mean, for instance, Diamond and Pearl looks like Diamond and Pearl from like, I mean, a more refined look of what Diamond and Pearl is, but like I just wish that they kind of put more creativity to all of this, because at this point it seems like it's the same kind of cookie cutter kind of thing, and that's what I'm saying. It's just like would be nice if they can kind of, you know, change it up a little bit, because like I think at this point in time, like Pokemon is up for a refresh of how like style and look for it, in my own personal opinion. Because like yeah, so I don't know. I mean, that's just what it's like. Arceus, Arceus, like right now, I don't know if I would want to get Arceus. Like Diamond and Pearl might be something I would look more on my look more on my bandwagon when it comes to that kind of thing, but I'm not even sure if I want to get that right now. Not at full price, such at least. But we'll see. Unknown version 2 says lots of new types nowadays. I was confused by playing SW and SH. Yeah, like exactly. Like, I mean, now there's fairies and there's now different kinds of, now you can I forgot what they were called. Yeah, I mean, like when they added fairies really into an elemental class, that's when it kind of got a little bit confusing and convoluted for me. And then, but then again, like I said, I moved from the first to the most recent generation, so I was just like, oh wow, this is a little too much. This was too much of a leap. So who knows? As much as I enjoy Pokemon, they've been in a rut for years, and that's exactly what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. I think they need to just not go under the assumption like, oh, it's Pokemon, so it's going to sell, which sucks, because that's exactly what they need to. That's exactly what they do. I mean, people were so hyped about Pokemon Snap. I was like, you're just taking pictures of freaking Pokemon.
I didn't understand that. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And then like, I mean, so it's just like, okay, here you go. And then that thing sold millions, over 1 million copies. So I was like, wow, y'all, like the feed of it is just like, it's still gold, but I just like, if they did something with that, you know, that kind of popularity, like they'll be like, hey, let's just go think outside the box. Let's make Pokemon, the next Pokemon, like a different kind of style or whatever, but it still shows the main storyline, and that's the one thing that I think that they could do or capitalize on, in my opinion. But yeah. So we'll see. But like I said, Arceus I'm not getting the vibe with Arceus, not yet.
Well, we'll see too, you know, as they reveal more about it, or if they do reveal more about it, you know what I mean? If there's anything in there that kind of brings and draws people in.
Well, I'm pretty sure Arceus is going to sell. I mean, like, it's just me being probably pessimistic on it, but like, it's just like, it's still going to sell. It's going to, and if I just hope it proves me wrong, that it's like, it's more dimensional, it's more than what meets the eye of it. Right now, from what I've seen, I'm not feeling it. From what I see, I'm not. This is definitely not something that I'm wanting to get, like myself. So, but we'll definitely see. So, okay, all right. So then I know we needed one more topic to fill, which I definitely found something that was quite interesting that you may actually be into. Smitty, are you going to get the Steam Deck?
No.
No? Okay, cool. So I am but yeah, I don't think I'm not gonna get it either, because it's just too expensive.
Yep.
Games, like, you don't want to get the base one, you want to get the middle one.
Exactly.
The middle one is the best in between, like between both worlds. But that a handheld for $500 or $500 or $600 is basically hitting PC pricing, and I'm just
that's what I said. It's like, you might as well get a PC at that point in time. You know what I mean? Not only that, but you also have. I mean, you do have whatever their cloud thing is as well. So like, I sat there and I was like, dude, I don't need this. You know, I don't need it.
I mean, you know? I think it looks like it's a really cool device, but it's like, I don't think that it's something that I need. Yeah, you're right. I don't think it's something that we both need itself. But someone has been able to be playing it, you know, normally, and then they gave like their own personal opinion on it, and gave it like full thumbs up. Like, says the system is very responsive, very very fast, has really good quality. The quality of the look on the screen itself, since it's using LED, makes it look very crisp and stuff. And that person is Phil Spencer. so yeah, and I was like, dang, dude, Phil Spencer has so apparently Valve sent him a copy or one of the Steam Decks themselves, and then he's been messing around with it, and he's like saying that it is incredibly interactive for what it is. And then it's like, that's really good to know, but but like the real question is like, man, is that because he says the same. Hold on, let me pull up the article. It was really funny because I was like, Spencer.
Yeah, interesting. As far as I just don't know. I just don't see it. That it doesn't seem worth it to me. It doesn't seem worth it to me at all. Mm-hmm. As far as what you get from it, and what the price wise for what you're gonna do or what you want, you're gonna want that the middle tier one, and that one is right there along with you could get a freaking PC for that. So I don't know, man.
Okay, yeah. So Phil Spencer says on the tweet, was with Valve this week talking with Scott, Eric, and Gabe, which is Gabe Newell, who's the creator of basically Valve, and Steam, about Steam Deck. And after having mine almost of the week, excuse me.
Bless you.
Yeah. Having mine most of the week, I can say it's a really nice device. Games with me on the go, screen size, controls all great. Plays Halo and Age feels good. xCloud works well with it too. So congrats, SD team. So here's one thing I didn't even know: you can play with your xCloud on this thing.
That's pretty nice.
That's like, so not only did you have access to your Steam Cloud possibilities, but you also have xCloud on top of that with it. That's a pretty interesting feature though.
Yeah.
But then again, it's like, I don't usually play games on the move like that anymore, on like handheld.
Unless I'm traveling. I mean, that's how I feel. That's how I find myself like hardly playing the Switch sometimes, just because. You know what I mean? Like, unless I'm in the living room playing, then I only play it really when I go traveling. Or I'm not by my other systems that I have.
Or your paid services that you also getting.
Exactly. Yeah, speaking of which, I totally got back into Legion a little bit. I've been playing the DLC Bloodline that reintroduces Aiden Pierce from the
Legion?
previous Watch Dogs. Yeah, Watch Dogs.
Oh, you were back
Watch Dogs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it less glitchy?
Was it glitchy for you?
Yeah, there was some issues initially when it came out, and I wasn't like.
Yeah, I guess there was. It. Yeah, no, I went through. It was a fun story. I enjoyed it. I haven't really messed around with the multiplayer for that or anything like that, but yeah, dude, this is cool. I just can't justify doing it. I can't justify doing it. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know too. Does this have a dock? Does this also connect to TVs to then be able to do a handheld or like straight, like in your? Because like that would be kind of cool to be able to access your cloud games. You know what I mean? Just like from the living room or something like that via a dock or something. Like that'd be dope.
Dock is sold. Was going to be sold separately, and it's not going to come out when opening release.
Right.
So. Yeah, so it's coming, but it's not going to be there, and you have to pay separately for it. And if it's going to be like how Nintendo Dock is going to be, it's like, who knows how much this thing is going to be?
Right? Do we know how much that's going to cost? The land ported one? No.
Not yet. I mean, there's no dates on it, but like I've been kind of like I like the piece of technology is like if you're wanting to get it, you're going to get it. If not, then you're not. Then you're not. But like I just think that like I said, the big thing that's really getting me is the price, and plus since it's only gaming for $600 at this point, then you got. I mean, by default, you're already going to think, oh, is that going to be better than just getting a PC?
Right.
And it's like, no, it's not. It's not going to be better than getting a PC. You know?
Yep.
It's like there's no way that this system is going to be better than getting a PC, in my opinion. But I just think that if the price goes down, which I mean, maybe with technology later on, and if it goes down, if it's more reasonable, possibly that I would pick it up. But ooh, that is that's a tall order.
It's a hefty. That's right.
For the most part, for the most part. So, well, there you go. So, yeah, I just wanted to get your opinion officially on that. So that's pretty cool. All right. So, alrighty, Smitty, what do you have planned for the week?
A lot of the same. A whole bunch of nothing, and enjoying that paternity leave while I have it. So that's been, again, it's just nice to kind of relax and reset and get back into family things and stuff like that. So I know I've got some stuff coming up here in the next month or so. So things will be picking up a little bit, but it's good to be able to just chill out. And then, we're going to get a new season soon for Destiny 2. And I'm excited for that. So Season of the Lost. That's I don't know what I'm gonna do this week. Basically, maybe I'll go back and finish up the Mass Effect stuff so I can move on to Mass Effect 2. We'll see.
Yes.
What about yourself, Mike? I know I do need to do that.
I think it should be the first thing you should do.
No, you say that, but I also need to finish Metal Gear Solid 5. There's like 4 missions left, dude. Shut up.
We're already on that bridge. Already done. Well, I was like, man, dude. If kids didn't inspire you to finish that game, I'm already over it. I'm like, okay, here you go.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, so it's going to be So no, I think Mass Effect is the one you should definitely try. Or I think Mass Effect 2 is going to be the one that I just can't wait till you play that. You haven't played any of the Mass Effect before, have you?
Never, no.
Yeah, so
that's almost the first time. I loved it.
Yeah, and if you love that, 2 is going to blow you out the water. So like I think it's going to be really good. So I think that's why you should definitely hurry up and play that one. Yeah. As for me, like I haven't been streaming very much the past couple of weeks because I've been really busy with some other stuff, and I might have to do it again this week. So I'm not going to do much. But I know Friday I'm probably going to do another Final Fantasy 14 stream on Friday. Hopefully do it a little earlier than I normally been doing it, and been loving the story of that as well. So, and I also might just do a 12-minute stream as the game 12-minute, not 12-minute stream of it as well. So yeah, definitely check us out over at CFG Games on that. So, guys, this is episode number 103 of the CFG GameCast. Thank you for being a part of the conversation as always. We will be back again next week with some more awesome, juicy topics. And we'll hopefully, Lex will be feeling a lot better then. But in the meantime, though, if you did miss out on this episode, that's okay. We are going to release it on Monday on all podcast services like Apple, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Spotify, what have you. So there's no reason to not hear our sexy, sexy voices. So just as always, be sure to definitely check us out there or go to our main website, confreaksandgeeks.com, for the awesome other topics that we like to do, like game reviews and such. Like I just did a an interview with the director of The Loud House that just came out on Wednesday. So definitely check us out there. Check that out. That was really cool. And you know what I didn't even know? This dude worked on the Gorillas stuff, like the initial Gorillas stuff. Yeah, and I was like, wow, it was like, wait, it's like he just totally like said, oh yeah, like back in like 20 years ago when I first started getting into it, I just started going into like a small animation, and I was helping we did animation for the Gorillas and stuff like that. And I'm like, wait, did you say the Gorillas like the band Gorillas? It's like yeah. So
that is awesome.
He was there with Clint Eastwood and stuff like that. Was like 19 over 2000. All those awesome songs. I'm like, man, that is so freaking awesome. Yeah, so it was really cool. It was a really cool interview. So, guys, well, this is Davis and Smitty signing off. Y'all take it easy.